Yeah, so if you're playing in a high stakes tournament setting, you just want to be as safe as possible, play around everything you can. There's no reason not to. But if you're just jamming for fun, like you don't always have to take what is technically the most optimal lines. Like have to decide at some point that it's just not worth casting all the spells you can because you could just be spinning your wheels for a long time. Yeah, this hand needs black mana, but other than that, I'd say it's pretty great. I'm gonna just play top on turn 1 and plan to top on upkeep. Fetid pools. There's only so many decks that play that. Are we playing the mirror? That would be kind of funny. There it is. So I'm gonna put back this Dizzy Spell, then this Turnabout, then this Bloodstained Mire. I'm gonna draw. Gonna play an island. And I'm gonna pass. I'm not gonna fetch here. I want the Turnabout. Not gonna fetch or Mystical. And then next turn I'm likely gonna Demonic Tutor and Mystical Tutor. So it looks like it might be a mirror. They could also just be on like a Grixis deck or a blue-black deck, but yeah, definitely. Like getting up to 36 against a Storm deck is actually pretty difficult, whereas getting up to 36 against High Tide is just like, yeah, don't really care. Like we beat 36. Like especially with Aetherflux Reservoir on the deck, you can beat like hundreds of life, and it's not really a big issue. So we're hoping to see a land third down here. Baral. Baral. Is that worthwhile? Maybe. No, I think I'm just gonna draw the Turnabout and then fetch. I don't think I can afford to take another turn off, and I don't think Baral's worth cashing in my top just yet. Just get Underground Sea, cast Demonic Tutor. Opt in response. This still looks kind of like High Tide. Yeah, it could still be any of like Grixis, blue-black control, High Tide. It'd be kind of funny if they queued into us with the mirror. I think I'm gonna get Time Spiral, because if they are on a discard deck, I think I'd rather have Time Spiral bind than High Tide. And if they're on High Tide, it doesn't matter which one we get with which tutor. Ooh, Esper. Alright. So I think we made a good choice. They could be on like Esper Vault or something, maybe. They have a Tezzeret as their logo, so maybe they're on like an Esper Artifacts deck. I play Opt in almost all my control decks. The Tunneling Cat, I play it before I play Serum Visions or... I don't think we can put them off Vault. I haven't seen anything they've done to suggest they're not on Time Vault. So I think I want to wait on this Mystical Tutor. I don't think I'm ready to go next turn into 2 open mana, so I'm just going to try to find a land. Holy cow. These cards are all very good. I actually think Sapphire Medallion is the worst of them, which is unusual because that card is really, really quite good. I think I'm just going to jam this Jace. If they appear to be on a control deck, so like this is a must counter for them. Just get a get a counterspell out of their hand. Anticipate. Maybe they are a combo deck. Like, this is weird to me. This is alarm bells. So currently I'm planning to mystical upkeep, then high tide and go off from there. I guess I don't need to mystical upkeep because I have a top. I'm just gonna plus on them and try and get information. Yeah, exactly. Yes, we would like to put that card on the bottom. That's fair, Tunneling Cat. What do you mean the fetch? Fetching for a tap land turn 1 isn't at all unusual, I'd say. Let us brainstorm. Yeah, I'll brainstorm first. I don't think I have another one. Time for another one after this one, unfortunately. I gotta... Holy shit. We're getting branched, chat. We're not mystical tutoring for high tide anymore. Holy crap. They were trying to notion thief our Jace. The absolute scumbaggery. Which counterspell is the best at killing Notion Thief? I think it's just Mana Leak. That was frightening as all hell. Well, this could have gone very poorly for us. Still could, honestly. Alright, thank God. Crisis averted. So we'll put back Cloud and Flood. I don't think we need either of those cards, so I'm just going to put this Candelabra into play while they're tapped out. And now we can just slow this game on down a little. Take it easy. We have top and Jason play. We're a high tide away from victory. Let's everything's fine. Everything's fine. Radio Dragon 777 and Blue Cheese 3, thanks for the follows. Holy sweet. Yes, I would say stay tuned. Perhaps on Monday. Noxious Revival isn't unreasonable. It's just a really bad card to draw outside of gifts piles. And so if it's somehow somewhat handy with gifts, but outside of gifts piles it's pretty bad. And so I choose not to put it in my deck, but I mean, yeah, everything was great. So I'm going to go Island, Blue Suns, Island. Just keep hitting land drops. There's a reasonable chance they have like some dead removal spells in their hand, so this is not the worst. But yeah, you have to be a little careful about putting cards like Noxious Revival in your deck, because it does dilute your deck. It doesn't do anything positive for your deck outside of So I can untap, draw a card, Zenith for 4. That's probably pretty good. I'll do that. I'll let this chase resolve. That's cool, Krokar. I'm not too into lore myself, but I definitely appreciate the bits of story I do here. I just am not interested enough to delve too much deeper than that, but no, I'm not on intuition. Alright, Dark Petition's a high tide. Are we doing it? I think we're hashtag doing it. I'm just gonna draw a card with top, give myself more mana. They need a good one. Bon, bon. Brainstorm. Okay. We're certainly going for it. We're not in the business of playing around force of will. Pact of Negation. What a skis ball. Can't believe they would do that to us. Tapping them out is reasonable, low man, but decided not to there. Awesome, Krokar, that's cool. Yeah, the crowd definitely hated that Pact of Negation. I'm still not entirely sure what it is they're doing, but oh no, round table. Yeah, that was a sad pact. We were looking forward to that Dark Petition resolving. I think Sarah's pretty reasonable for Highlander. I could definitely see her slotting into some decks. I think the minus is super powerful. They have lots of cantrips in their deck. They have cast just about them all. I'm not sure how good of a deck White Skies is, but I don't think, like, I think she's good enough on her own. Like, I don't think you need to cater to the +2. Like, if the emblem is going to be really good, then you can rely on the emblem to be good and it'll be good. But I think most of the time you're just going to be like down tick plus down tick again, honestly, and that's going to be a worthwhile use of her. I'm getting Fate Sealed. Well, I guess I'll move my Blue Sun Zenith from the top of my library. Fate Sealing somebody with a top in play isn't necessarily the most useful thing in the world. Sure, I'll put that Pier on top. They may or may not bottom that. I don't care. Yeah, I think BFZ Gideon's the best 4-mana white planeswalker, but I think Sarah is comparable in power level to Elspeth. Elspeth's probably slightly better, but I'm not as high on Elspeth as some other people are. With the incoming change to Mana Crypt, how would you adjust the point spread of your Bant Blink deck? Worth it to take out the Stoneforge package? I haven't thought too much about it, honestly, but I'll look into it and try to get back to you. So we're gonna top again to draw the card we would more rather draw, which is probably Counterspell, honestly. We still have quite a ways to go before any Jace ult shenanigans. And we do have the turnabout end step if we ever want to get frisky. Snapcaster Mage, that's a cool one. I didn't know they made the box toppers on Magic Online. What are they going for? Brainstorm? Probably Anticipate, honestly. I'll let them cast it. Yeah, Anticipate. I think that's a good choice from our opponent. Brainstorm viewed as the more powerful card, but it's also more situational. Gonna let them try to cast this, tap down some more mana. I think I'm gonna Blue Sun Zenith in response. I think that's what I put on top. If it's pure, I'm gonna be annoyed. Huh, that's annoying. Well, goodbye top. We have Blue Sun stream now. Well, that didn't go exactly as planned, but such is the life in which we live. Just getting a little impatient, honestly, which is not correct, but it's where I'm at. Little impatient. They're still hitting land drops, which means they might have 1 or 2 more lands in hand. So they're gonna uptick on us. Where is it going? Doesn't seem like a snap decision, so it's probably not a great card, but also not a bad card. And they're casting more spells. What nonsense is this? More spells. Vindicate my candelabra. Alright, that's fine. Don't care. I actually think vindicating a land there would have been better. I sort of want to fire off this Blue Sun Zenith now. Not going to, though. I'm going to wait 1 more turn. So my plan is this turn, fire off Blue Sun Zenith. I'm assuming it's going to get countered. Next turn, fire off Turnabout with Counterspell up. And then untap and cast Time Spiral if we have nothing better to do. That's our current line. Put a card on the bottom this turn, which is good. It means we have a nice fresh draw step. That's how I like my draw steps, nice and fresh. I'm just gonna Blue Sun for maximum here, not mess around. If we get dazed or spell pierced, then such is life, but make them counter it. That's fine. Factor Fiction's a nice one. We can Factor Fiction plus Turnabout here, and then on our turn have Counterspell plus Time Spiral. New plan. Fate Sealing us again. That is fine. Jace Clock is beginning to get real, though. Getting slightly worrying. As I said before, though, I think there's a reasonable chance they have some number of dead removal spells in hand. Factor Fiction. Negate. Okay. Turnabout. Target you. Mystic Confluence. Torrential Gear Hulk. Okay. Well, they've successfully tapped out. If we draw High Tide, we're hashtag doing it. Otherwise, we're living on a prayer. Do we want to see Beyond first? These are the questions we ask. I think so. We can cast Snap, that's fine. I guess I don't want to cast Snap even. Let's go. Resolve. No more free counters for you. Oofa doofa. These were not the ones we were looking for. Well. This is the world in which we live, chat. I believe we are in big trouble, but not technically dead. Well, those are both good. All right. So you're telling me there's a chance. I probably should have blunked the Jace instead of Serum Visionsing there, but... Oh yeah, right. We gave them 2 turns. All right. Never mind. I forgot we cast Meditate. Yeah, you're right. You're right, low man. I would like to play first. Thank you for asking. Ooh, this one's a close one. I think I'm gonna keep. Search is a spicy meatball, as they say. Gitaxian Probe. How's their hand looking? Click, counterspell, 5 lands. Not the worst. And we hit. Excellent. Bot. Man Leak. Alright. That land was exactly what we were looking for. No Spell Pierce or Spell Snare. Nice. Hey, Jer. Not anymore currently. This is my last one for the day. But if you add me on Magic Online, I can add you into the, and shoot me a message. I can add you into the Canlander clan, and it's actually pretty active. We're up over 20 people now, so it's a pretty good way to find matches. Bubba Rad, Alcid 39, FCG Shadow. Thanks for the follows. Land, eh? I am going to bin that land. Nice, more lands. was only half being sarcastic there. Another land wasn't even the worst. If they try to counterspell this, I'm just going to Flusterstorm. Interesting. So we know they have counterspells, so they could have tried to counterspell the Jace, so they're not afraid of it, I guess. It's really good with our search for Ascanta, though, so I'm pretty happy about that, honestly. Yeah, that's a good point as well. Spicy Napalm. There's even more people on Discord in the looking to jam section. If you tag at MTGO with your thing, it'll ping all the MTGO players on the Discord. Preordain. That's fine. This is the kind of game I wanna be in against a control deck. Another land. I'm gonna bin that land. Impulse, nice. Get to flip our Jace here. And eventually Jace is actually a threat in long games like these. I am going to bin... Binning Yawgmoth's Will is risky. I think I'm going to bin it, though. I think we want the extra land. I'm going to remember to plus my Jace this time. And then pass. We have Mana Leak for the click. Can still fire off Impulse, which flips our search if our bad card isn't crucial. I think Spellseeker is the one we want. That finds us High Tide. Land, bin, transform. Okay. Candle. That's great. All right. Before taking this, I'm just going to do a quick bathroom break. I'm not even going to be right back. Need to drink less water, I guess. Going through me, chat. We're back, though. So our plan is Spellseeker for High Tide if they try to counter Flusterstorm. Still have Mana Leak up for Cleek. That is the plan. Then next turn we can maybe try to go for it with Yawgmoth's Will if we want to, but we might even just sit tight. Water is good for me, Manfred, you're right. Yes. High Tide. Uptick. No targets. Okay. This is not going to work. It's weird that they didn't wait till they had a counter spell. So we know they have one more land and a counter spell in hand. Vindicate. I'm gonna make them tap out if they want to vindicate this. Yeah, they just can't afford to let that happen. Now we're gonna have Candle plus Search for Azcanta online soon with Chase active. We're looking good. Well, let's get our beatdowns on. I think I'm gonna kick it off with a Brainstorm. There are definitely 3 cards in our deck that let us win, such as these ones. So I think if we put back Demonic Tutor and Candle, we can win. But maybe we just want to take it a little slow, you know? Take it slow. I'm going to put back Demonic Tutor, then High Tide. I'm going to -3 on the old Gitaxian Probe. I'm going to cast. I minused on Gitaxian Probe, right? Not opt. Why can't I cast it? What? What? Is it bugged? Oh. I see. Well, punt? It's awkward. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean to go to end step. I just meant to let the ability resolve. I'm not even counting that as a punt. That's just like a stupid Moto UI thing that sucks. I'm blaming it on Moto, not on. I'm gonna go for a nice counter draw. And if they counter back, then they are likely toast. Let's see here. If I minus on. Alright, I'm going to start off by playing Candelabra. That resolved. Do I think they have 2 counters? They probably just have 1, right? Because now I can minus on Flusterstorm and just go off, right? That is a thing I can do. And it's until end of turn, right? This card would be put into your graveyard from your graveyard this turn. Nice. High Tide. Yeah, Mana Leak, this league is going to be sweet. Trying to counterspell me, are ya? Well, no thank you. Is what I have to say to that. High Tide resolves. Nice. For those of you just tuning in, we are practicing for the Loading Ready Run Canadian Highlander League happening tonight, where we will be jamming the very same deck, High Tide. If we get a regrowth effect for Yawgmoth's Will, do we just deterministically win? I don't know. I think we're short mana. Yeah, I think we're short mana if we do that. So I think we just want the old Time Spiral. The old Time Spiral. Another High Tide is nice. I missed one land. This one? Alright. Medallion is almost certainly making us mana, but we should cast High Tide before we do anything else. Let's activate Azcanta. Frantic Search, Jace the Mind Sculptor, opt. I'll take the Frantic Search. Running a little low on time now, unfortunately. Discard those ones, untap these ones. I'll snap the Spellseeker. Spellseeker for Demonic Tutor tendrils them. Did it. Oh, Time Spiral is not symmetrical. I get to untap lands, they don't. Yeah, three and a quarter hours. High Tide is symmetrical. Yeah. This hand is real bad. This hand is not the worst in this matchup. That card's great. Alright, I'm gonna need to go fast, chat. I'm running low on time. Too many bathroom breaks. Yeah, I'll keep both of these on top, drawing the Serum Visions first. That's true, they could have had a counter spell for the DT, but they needed like exactly Spell Snare or Force of Will, I guess, which I was okay with. I'm gonna lead on Candle, play around Daze. Bottom, top. There's an argument for keeping that Misty because it's a black source, but I think we can find a black source with this Time Spiral. Wonder if they meant to play that land before fetching. Yeah, there's a couple unusual choices, I'd say, in this Esper control deck, but I mean they beat us pretty good in game one. Like Mana Confluence is an unusual choice, I'd say, as are the fast lands, as you mentioned already. I'm gonna cycle this. We're super happy to just be able to play lands here. Cycle this one. Negate's really great draw. Force of Will is also a really great draw. Alright, so I think on their end step here, I'm going to go for a Mystical Tutor. That's true, Kyle. I didn't want a Mystical Tutor yet. I really want this to resolve. I'm considering waiting another turn even, but I think I'm going to go for it. Please tap lands for something. This is fantastic. Ashiok. I don't think I care about Ashiok. Okay. This could end up poorly, but Frantic Search, Ideas Inbound, Dark Petition, so not ideal for me, but also not the worst, you know. Just happens. Okay, that's great. Get High Tide. Cast High Tide. Holy cow. That wasn't supposed to work. Five. It's supposed to be 6. We're gonna get timed out here probably, but probably didn't have time to be doing this, but found the black land. That's really nice. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, meant to keep black floating. Also meant to float mana. Mindbreak Trap? What kind of nonsense is this? Mindbreak Trap in this economy? Get out of town. Get out of town. Still have hard cast Force of Will if we need it. Cast High Tide. Cast Sea Beyond. I think we're getting there. Sure, shuffle this one in. That was the wrong one to shuffle in, but oh well. Cast Factor Fiction. I just want negate. I can transmute Muddle for Demonic Tutor for Tendrils. Oh no, I'm 1 mana short. Nuts. I need an untapper. 1 untapper and then we win. Meditate. It's going to be so close. Any untapper. Turnabout. Good enough. Impulse. Oh no. I forgot to float more mana. I punted. Alright. Thanks for the games, Eon. Lost to time. Lost to time. We would have got there, though.